feeling. This place is jumping off hard as it can get. No, we won't ever stop dancing on the edge. We like it dangerous, we like to see you split. Turn up another notch, you ain't seen nothing yet. Let me tell you something, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, let me tell you something. Right now, 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 right now. Got a real good feeling, got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling, I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling, I won't hit no ceiling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling, I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Got a real good feeling. Right now, 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 right now. Oh, I got a real good feeling, got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling, I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling, got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling, I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. I got a real good feeling.
Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about Ethereum and Cardano. Ethereum we're going to talk about because it looks like a massive breakout might be about to take place, and we're going to talk about Cardano because a massive breakout just took place. We got a ton to go over in today's video. We got some assorted news we're going to be going over in the middle of the stream. We might give you guys a little bit of an update on the infrastructure bill that you guys have been so interested in. We've got some updates coming there, but before we jump into all of that, I am joined as always by my co-host and your president, Kinda Crypto Tim. How you doing, Tim?
I'm doing good.
You doing good?
Got a new hat.
Got a new hat. I just noticed that. I don't know how I didn't notice that.
Yeah, my wife got it for me over the weekend. So, yeah.
How's Taylor doing?
She's doing good.
Yeah.
She's kicking it.
For those of you guys who don't know, his wife is the person that provides me all of the news articles for the morning stream so I can put everything together when we do the stream planning in the morning. So Taylor is the MVP. Do you think she's watching this?
Probably not.
I have a feeling she's not watching this,
Probably
but
not.
Taylor is freaking awesome. We're also joined, as always, by Smay. How you doing, Smay?
Hey!
Hey!
I have a microphone.
He has a microphone!
Hello,
Whoa!
everybody! Hello, everybody!
Smay has a microphone. Speaking of Smay, we got... actually, you know what? Hang on. We can't show it yet. There's not enough people watching. I want to make sure as many people see this as possible.
Yeah. I want to wait.
Yeah, let's wait. We got something really cool from one of our subscribers yesterday, and we want to share it with you. But we're going to wait until more people are here so that we are able to show it to as many people as possible. Before we dive into it, we already have a super chat from JV Crypto. Thank you very much for the $5, my friend. He said, love what you guys are doing. Do you know if I can use Lux Algo with the free version of TradingView? I use the paid version of TradingView, so I can't say for certain, but I'm pretty sure you can. I don't think you need the paid version of TradingView. Absolutely. What he's talking about is Lux Algo. It is one of the indicators that we use that I'm actually going to be showing you a little bit about later on in today's video. It's very, very helpful, and I use it for my analysis. But first, we need to jump onto the Ethereum chart because Ethereum is moving. I actually wrote the title this morning as an Ethereum breakout might be minutes away, and Tim said, Jeb, that might be just a little bit too clickbaity. So we said maybe hours away. But it looks like the minutes title might have been right because Ethereum is setting local highs as we speak. So let's take a look at the Ethereum chart. Notice here on Ethereum, there was a very important level of resistance around $3,175 and change. We touched this level of resistance once, twice, 3 times back on the 7th and 8th of August. Then we've touched it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and then just in the last 2 hours, a 5th time for a grand total of 8 tests on $3,175 and change in the last couple of days. Now, for anyone who's gone through the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, which is where I teach you guys everything you need to know about technical analysis so that you can become a profitable trader trader and investor, you will know that the more times you test a level of support or resistance over 3 times, generally speaking, the more likely it is that you're going to break it. Think about it like this. If you're playing a video game and you have a certain number of hit points, how many times does it take for you to break all those hit points and then take out your enemy, right? If you have more armor on, then it's going to take more hits. If you have no armor on, that's not going to take that many hits. What do I mean by this? Well, if you don't have any armor on, if you have a very weak level of resistance, to follow the analogy, you might only have to hit the dude once or twice to take him out. If he's got a lot of armor on, you might have to hit him 6, 7, 8, 9 times before you're able to break through and take the dude out. That's what we're seeing right here. This level of resistance at $3,177 had a lot of armor on. It took a lot of hits, but we've hit it many times now. There's a good argument to be made that that dude might be going down and Ethereum might be going up. We also see that there's a very important trend line on Ethereum, and it's right here. This uptrending level of support on Ethereum is so critical because it defines the uptrending part of what is known as an ascending triangle pattern. Now, for anyone who hasn't gone through the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, an ascending triangle pattern is a triangle pattern. Notice this just looks like a triangle. That's why it's called a triangle pattern. Don't overcomplicate it. It's pretty simple. TA seems complicated until you learn it, and then it's really simple. So this ascending triangle pattern is a triangle pattern because it looks like a triangle. It's ascending because we have an uptrending level of support. That's what this is right here. And then we have a flat level of resistance. If we saw a downtrending level of resistance and a flat level of support like this, then it would be a descending triangle pattern. But because we see an uptrending level of support and a flat level of resistance, it is an ascending triangle pattern. It is pointing in the ascending direction, the upwards direction. One thing you need to know about these patterns, 70% of the time, they break bullish. Statistically speaking, if you go back and backtest years of market data on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, the stock market, anywhere you find these, about 70% of the time, statistically speaking, you're going to see a break to the upside from these patterns. And that's why I was pretty confident that Ethereum was about to break out before we started this stream. An hour ago, I sat down and started planning this stream, and I said, look at this chart. Looks like we're about to break out. That's what we're doing. So what happens next on Ethereum is the big question on everyone's minds. Because Ethereum right now, over the last 3 days, was testing this level of resistance. But currently, looks like we're breaking bullish out of it. Looks like we're about to go into a rally. Looks like we might be heading above $3,200 and continuing. And that makes a lot of sense because, as we mentioned yesterday, the VPVR resistance up here above $3,000 is very weak. There's not much resistance up here, guys. But you know what there is? There's a lot of exuberance because of VIP 1559 coming out and because of people now looking forward to Ethereum 2.0 with phase 1.5 launching and the shards and the side chains and everything coming online so that Ethereum can actually do its job. That was a lot. Point is, the fundamentals are strong. That's what I'm getting at. Ethereum is very bullish on the technicals and the fundamentals. There's only one thing that might slow it down right now, and it's a big one. Remember, yesterday we talked about how we do technical analysis. We want to look at all the bullish factors. We want to look at all the bearish factors, get a holistic point of view, make sure we're not over leveraging ourselves by looking only at the bullish side or only at the bearish side. That's why we show you guys both sides of the story so that you can come to a informed conclusion. We want to look at all the facts and then we want to make our decisions. But we don't want to just say, okay, there's 15 things that are bullish and 2 things that are bearish and then go bullish when the one thing that's bearish might be so bearish that it overrides all this stuff over here that's bullish. Let me give you a realistic, a practical example of what I'm talking about. We have a multitude of reasons to believe that Ethereum is going to go up. We have a buy signal on the Lux Algo metric down here, on the Lux Algo indicator down here. We have increasing volume. We have the Bollinger Bands are massively widening, so we're seeing increased volatility. The amount of retail investor interest in the space is incredible right now on Ethereum. The number of people adopting Ethereum right now is massive from a technical and a fundamental standpoint. People are buying it, and people are using it. EIP 1559 has a ton of hype behind it. We are above all of our moving averages. Ethereum is doing very well. There's so many reasons to believe it's going to go up. That's what I mean when I say you might have 15 things that are bullish, but the one thing that's bearish might override all of it. So what are we talking about here? The TD sequential is what we are talking about. The TD sequential is a candlestick counting algorithm, and I believe we have a video in the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy on it now. I'm pretty sure I made a video on that. Tim, do you know if that's gone out yet?
Great question.
Can you check real quick?
Yeah.
TD sequential, whether it's out in CT2A or not just yet, it is coming to, I'm pretty sure it is, because I think I recorded that like 3 weeks ago. Nevertheless, the TD sequential is a candlestick counting algorithm. It counts from 1 to 9, and almost always, whenever you hit 9, you are expecting to see a correction. If you hit 9 when you're going up, you're expecting to go down. If you hit 9 when you're going down, you're expecting to go up. Markets are cyclical. Tim's giving me the thumbs up. Looks like TD sequential is in CT2A, so make sure to check out that video for any of our alumni in chat.
It's literally, at this point, it's the last video in the whole thing.
It's in the last video on the technical.
All the way to the bottom of all the videos.
Very last video.
Right,
okay, cool. So make sure to check out that video. This is what we're talking about, and this is the one thing that might stop Ethereum here. And by the way, this might be the one reason Ethereum hasn't already gone to like $4,000. People have been looking at $3,200 saying, if Ethereum breaks this, we're going to moonshot. Why hasn't it happened yet? We're breaking out of it right now, but we're not moving very quickly. TD sequential hit 9 on the 29th of July. That was 12 days ago. We should have had a correction then. Instead, what do we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 continuous green days on average. We had a couple of red days here. We had a couple of corrections, it's true, but nothing big enough to reset the TD sequential. Not only that, we saw the longest run of green candlesticks in the history of Ethereum. This right here was 12 green in a row. We've literally never seen that on Ethereum. Look back on the chart. I did it myself. It's never happened before. Ethereum is massively overextended right now. Massively overextended. Take a look at the RSI. The RSI rallied all the way up to 80 and is currently sitting at 75. And by the way, another thing to keep in mind is that not only are we massively overextended on the TD sequential, the RSI also has some pretty massive bearish RSI divergence right now. We talked about bearish RSI divergence and what it means yesterday. It is simply whenever you see the higher highs on the price action and the lower highs on the RSI. Look how we have two highs here on RSI. Boom, boom. One and the second is lower. If we look at the chart, obviously we don't have a lot of resolution here because it is a daily chart, but we do continuously see uptrends, especially with what we're doing right now. That is a very powerful signal. TD sequential, on top of rallying way too far, way too quickly, on top of the fact that we're seeing that RSI divergence, is a big warning sign that we might be about to see a big crash. So the question is, while Ethereum is attempting to break 3175 this very moment, can it continue? Can we continue this breakout? And if not, what happens? That's what we're going to talk about today. And Tim, even before I go into everything that I think about this, I want to hear your take. Do you think Ethereum is about to moonshot to 4,000, or are we going to consolidate around 3,200?
Okay, so neither of those is what I think is going to happen. Okay. There's a reason why I gave my prediction of the day, and we'll cover it at the end of the stream, but, I think, Jeb is in a good position with his prediction. I think he hit all threes, 3,333.30 cents. The reason why I said 3,300 exactly is because I actually think we're probably going to go. At this point, there's no resistance, so it is kind of a guessing game. However, I do think that Bitcoin is going to be struggling a little bit. It's going to move sideways, slash maybe a little down, just because done even getting all of that. Ethereum is going to break through this level of resistance, but because Bitcoin isn't rallying yet, it's kind of like a game of like friends, like they're waiting on each other, like they're playing tag, but they don't want to get too far ahead. So like Ethereum is leading the charge on this. However, they're just not going to go crazy far without Bitcoin as well. And I think Bitcoin's going to be the one kind of dragging behind. And people are asking, well, is this the time where Ethereum and Bitcoin decouple? Well, the only way I think Ethereum is getting to 4,000, if the answer to that question is yes, which I don't think that answer is. I think the answer is no, not yet. I think they're still working together. Doesn't mean they can't do different things. Like, for example, what we just saw, Jeb and I were talking about this morning, it's kind of moving ahead, but looking at Cardano, if you had looked at Cardano's price compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum, you're going to see that it lagged behind. While Ethereum had a big day and Bitcoin had a big day, Cardano kind of stayed boring. Well, guess what? Today was Cardano's big day. It got to make its rally, and it shot up. It's because while they're not doing identical things, they're doing similar things. And so Ethereum, I think, has the fundamentals and the technicals to potentially even go a little up, maybe correct a little bit, but it just won't get out of control. Like, I honestly think it's going to be somewhere between that $3,300 and $3,400 level that it's going to move sideways, along with Bitcoin's sideways movement right here between like 44 and 45,000. Yeah. That's my opinion on what I think is going to happen with Ethereum. Same thing that you were looking at, though, as far as the RSI divergence. And I didn't even do the whole TD sequential look yet, so that was actually really helpful for me to be like, okay, that's another reason why I think I don't think Ethereum crashes. I think the way the RSI divergence is working is what it's actually doing is kind of, it needs to move into some accumulation just to reset the RSI for a healthy rally again. Yeah. But when you talk about those 12 candlesticks on TD sequential, I was like, holy cow. Yep. Yeah, maybe Ethereum needs to correct a little bit longer than I thought. Yeah, absolutely. And the funny thing is, while you were talking, Ethereum, remember literally 10 minutes ago, I said, we're breaking 175. The question is, can we hold above it? And why are we not massively moonshotting right now? Scrub back in this video 10 minutes ago. That's what I said.
Look at what's happening right now. Massive wick, red candlestick on the hourly chart. We're back below 31.75. In fact, we're right at 31.75. We just failed a breakout. And in fact, while we're recording this video, like live, the technicals have just changed. And this is a great learning point for you guys. By the way, if you're enjoying today's stream, smash the crap out of that like button. Make sure we get it up to like 750 here in the next couple of minutes. We've got, 1,800 people watching live. I know we can get to 750 likes here in the next couple of minutes. We got a lot of great content lined up for you today, not only in today's stream, but also in today's afternoon video, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But like I said, the thing that you need to pay attention to in technical analysis is when things change. Because when things change, you change. The worst technical analyst in the world is the technical analyst that thinks it's going to rally, and then when he gets evidence to the other side, he sticks with his position. The best technical analyst in the world is the technical analyst that is willing to completely abandon whatever their preconceived notions are because they got new information. If you have your bullish category over here and your bearish category over here, and things change in these two categories, then your opinion on the market, your outlook on the market should change as well. That's why sometimes people are like, Jeb, I thought you said this 2 days ago. I did. You know what? Things change. You know, it's not like somebody flip-flopping on political opinions where, you know, it is what it is, and it's probably not going to change that much. Technical analysis moves very quickly, and this is a good example. We saw literally an hour ago, we were in an ascending triangle pattern. Guess what, though? With this wick, we are now in a rising wedge. And that changes everything. Because a rising wedge actually has the exact opposite breakout characteristics of an ascending triangle pattern. Ascending triangle patterns, which is what this was before we broke out here and failed 10 minutes ago, these have breakout characteristics, a 70% likelihood to break to the upside. Ascending wedges, which is what we're now seeing, which has a rising level of resistance like this, a rising trend line of resistance like this, these have a 70% chance to break to the downside. So that completely changes everything. So literally with this little false breakout, we just completely changed the breakout characteristics of Ethereum in the last hour. So the title of this video, which was written an hour ago, is already outdated. That's how fast technical analysis can move, because this just changed while we were talking. Here's the deal, guys. I think that Ethereum is incredibly bullish right now. And if we can break above 31.75 and actually get some volume, unlike what we just saw, then yeah, let's go to 4,000. Easy peasy. Here's the problem. We've rallied for 25 odd days straight. No stops, no rest. EIP 1559 and the London hard fork was a very good thing for the fundamentals of Ethereum. Ethereum's fundamentals are fantastic right now, better than they have been in a long time. How long can we sustain this? We need correction. Here's the two scenarios. Number one, we break bullish, we rally above 3K, above 3,200, excuse me, and we just moonshot to 4,000. Those would be the pumpamentals at work and everybody getting freaked out and excited for Bitcoin and Ethereum. That is possible. I think it's more unlikely, though. I think what's more likely is we consolidate here around $2,800 to $3,200 for a few days, and then we continue this rally. And by the way, that is the much healthier option, and that's the option that we should want, because if we don't do that and we rally too far too quick, we're going to get in the exact same position than we were in 3 months ago, back in May, when we rallied from October to April, and we had no corrections of any kind. 20% was the biggest we saw. 24% was the biggest we saw in January. We didn't see a big enough correction, and then we had to drop 60%. You know why that happened? Because we didn't have healthy consolidations. It's because you got a forest, and you had all this undergrowth, and the Forest Service tried to stop all the forest fires for 100 years, and guess what? When lightning struck one day, the whole thing turned into a tinderbox because you didn't have controlled burns come through and clear out the forest floor. You got to have those controlled burns to reset things and make sure the forest is healthy. The Forest Service has learned this over the last 30 years. There were a lot of massive fires out west because they tried to stop all burns. Then they realized fires are actually a very important part of the health of a forest. In the same way, corrections are a very, very healthy part, an important part of the movement of markets. So that's my opinion on Ethereum. I think we're going to trade sideways and consolidate. And by the way, that's the most healthy thing that we can do at this moment.
Yeah. And to be fair, you know, the same way things change, like that's for those of you who are like, oh no, does that mean Ethereum has no chance of getting up? It does. Like, the truth is there's still a chance Ethereum could go to 4,000 by the end of the night, because that's how things happen. What Jeb is talking about here is we can't just make wishful thinking and say, well, I wish that Ethereum will go to 38,000 or 3,800 by the end of the night. We have to look at the technicals and make wise decisions based off of them.
Yeah, look, it's like the old saying, Technical analysis doesn't care about your feelings.
Yeah,
Tell me
true.
where that one comes
It's
from.
hard.
Guys, smash that like button. Let's see if we can't get up to 750 likes. I know that we can do it. We've got 2,200 people watching, and thank you guys very much for that. By the way, if you haven't already, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. We are turning into one of the fastest growing crypto channels, actually. We are growing really quickly now, and the reason that we're growing really quickly is because we strive to come here every single day, come in front of you guys with integrity and humility, and bring you the content that you need and want so that you can become profitable investors in cryptocurrency markets. If that's something that you are interested in, if you want to learn technical analysis, fundamental analysis, be caught up to speed on the news, and be given wisdom and insight that will help you become profitable in the same way that I was able to and completely change my life in cryptocurrency, because I didn't come from much, and now we're running a 12-person company so that we can bring you content. If you want to learn how to become successful in cryptocurrency markets, this is the channel for you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Hey.
Tim,
Yeah.
what's up, Smay?
Hey, hit guys. I can speak to you now.
Yeah, he's got
Hit the
mic.
like button.
He doesn't have to yell anymore.
He doesn't have to yell.
Look at this.
I kind of
my
miss him
voice. My voice is now going to be safe, and that means you should hit the like button and
Smash
you
the
should
like button.
subscribe.
Smash the
Thank
like
you.
button and
I also
subscribe for
think
the
it's
new mic.
cool. Not only did he get a new mic, he has a new camera position.
I know. I noticed that yesterday.
Like, they can see the
They can
whole
see the
thing in
switcher.
background. Yeah.
Yeah,
they
you can
the
see
switcher.
this is only 1% of the production I do.
There
back
is
here,
so
guys.
much production behind the scenes that you guys don't see. It is, I mean, there's literally a massive pile of cables right here, and every single one of them is important. It's insane.
Well, maybe not everyone, but you know.
What? I'm pretty sure they're all
I mean,
important.
you know, I went through them, but you know, here and there. You know.
I went through them, but there might be like 20 cables down there. You know, we could probably start like a charity auction for all of our cables. We've got so many cables. to
all
make
of our
this thing
broken
run.
cables.
All of
You
our
know how many
broken
cables I've had to
Freaks.
replace?
That'd be a really mean charity auction. Auction off all the crap that doesn't work. That would just suck. Let's read some super chats.
I think we only have one, unless Zach missed one.
Come on, guys.
But Roger Adcock said, "Okay, folks, smash the like and enjoy Cody Big Run incoming. Thank you, Jeb, Tim, and Turtle Man. Very good
Turtle
content."
Man. There we go. Let's go, Turtle Man. Good
Turtle
deal. Thank you very much for that, Roger. I appreciate it.
Hold on, I gotta highlight a comment here. He says, voice too crisp, revert.
What'd he say?
He says, voice too crisp, revert.
Revert.
Guys, I have to
That's
tell
a
you,
good mic that he has
I'll tell you,
over there.
this is crazy. This mic wasn't actually even that expensive.
I would say
Like,
it
I
was-
was surprised
it was-
at how good it was.
It was only like $120, wasn't
This
it?
is like crispy.
No, that was like
crispy.
with the insurance.
Yeah, with
Like,
insurance.
yeah, without the insurance, I think it was only like
Just so you
100.
guys know, these microphones that Tim and I are talking into are $400 each. The microphone that he's talking into is a quarter the price and really good.
And just so you
Yeah,
guys know, the
guys.
reason why we didn't have that mic sooner than this is we had a better we thought it was gonna be that option. We had a better option coming. We were just waiting on, and we were like, screw it. You know what? Let's go
We
ahead
need
and
a
just
mic.
go
Well,
do this.
technically, this ended up being the
I
much,
think that,
much better.
That's a
that's
way
great
better
solution.
option.
So
Yeah, we were waiting to get a Blue Yeti back from a friend of mine who doesn't want to give it back, but nevertheless. We got a couple more super chats. Let's read
I've
those.
seen two more. We got one from Dr. Fuzzy Eyeball. Great name.
That's a great name.
What do you think about Dr. Luke Atmos theory on Cardano price prediction?
I
don't even know what we were referring to.
I'm not familiar with it. If you want to post what his price prediction is in the chat
Yeah.
so that I can respond to that, then go for it, but I'm not sure.
Dennis Chandler said, "I'm an old man. You are growing because of your attitude. I love the fact that you help people, and I found you on BitBoy."
Thank you. Shout out to Ben and the channel over there. I'm going
Yeah.
on ATBS tonight if you guys want. Yeah. Matt C donated again also, $15.
Yep, he said, "I hope that Ethereum continues to consolidate here for a while so we can all have a chance to accumulate more
Yeah,
before it
absolutely.
goes up again. Don't chase the pump. Buy when it's quiet."
Yeah, so guys, here's a piece of advice for you, and this is not financial advice, but it is advice. There is a time to buy and there's a time to sell. And we as human beings are very emotional creatures. And you know what our emotions tend to do? They tend to tell us to do the exact opposite of what we should do, which is why so many people, like, think about it. In theory, if you were to start trading Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, theoretically you ought to make, if you don't know what you're doing and you're just doing it randomly, it should be like the lottery, or not like the lottery, it should be like, I don't know, some card game. You know, you should win half the time and lose half the time. But, you know, when we're new to cryptocurrency, it's weird. A lot of times we actually lose 65% of the time and only win 35% of the time. What gives with that? Shouldn't I win and lose half the time? Shouldn't I start from a 50-50 baseline? That's what you would expect to happen. But our emotions end up putting us in a position where we're much more likely to do what we're not supposed to do and do the exact opposite of what we mean to do. For example, last year when that which shall not be named hit last March and Bitcoin jumped off a cliff and so too did Ethereum, most people were scared. You know what most people did when Bitcoin hit $3,500 or $3,900? They sold. A lot of them sold. Guess what? If you had bought in back then, you'd be up 20x when we hit all-time high. Same thing with Ethereum. I remember when Ethereum hit like $180, I think was the bottom last March. I bought in down there. A lot of people sold. A lot of people sold. And guess what? Our recent low of $1,800 was 10x that low a year and a half later. You know why? It's because a lot of people do the exact opposite of what they should do because their emotions lead them astray. That's why we say keep your emotions in check. Even the good emotions, because those good emotions are just as dangerous as those bad emotions. You got to stay level-headed. You got to stay locked in and logical, and you'll be very, very happy that you did. Guys, we have a ton of super chats.
Can I?
You can do.
I want to read.
Go for it.
I want to read because I feel like this mic, I can make it really, really.
So, mate, you got to like record.
I can do some like
that mic.
ASMR. You ready?
Oh gosh, no.
I am currently decorating my house. Where did you purchase that lovely lamp behind you?
Which lamp?
Oh, this lamp.
This one?
I was very confused for it. I thought you just made that up for ASMR's sake.
No.
I'm currently decorating my house. Where'd you purchase that lovely lamp behind you? That lamp was purchased about 8 months ago for a set that we were going to build for course content at a Goodwill. So.
All right. Next one. From Zachary Lewis, he says, I wish I wouldn't have locked all my... Oh, dang it, I messed up. Hold on.
Oh, my gosh.
What the hell?
I wish I wouldn't have locked all my ETH up with Coinbase. Should have done more research.
Well, so long as you still have your Ethereum, you're probably going to be glad you did, because the best thing that you can do for your cryptocurrency is to put it somewhere where you can't touch it, and it's got a time lock on it, so you can't touch it for 10 years. You know, that's actually not a bad idea. Buy some Bitcoin, put it in a time capsule that literally has a lock on it that won't open for 10 years, and forget about it. You'll be glad you did. Good idea. We also have one from Luis Rodriguez, donated $5, said, guys, greetings from Puerto Rico. I am signing in for the webinar. Thank you for your wisdom. I'm making good money thanks to you guys. Luis, thank you very much for that, my friend. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, our webinar is going live in 8 days, 5 hours, 5 minutes, and 9 seconds on August the 18th at 3:30 p.m. We've only got a couple of seats left. Like, I think there's only a few left. So this is selling out really quickly. What this is, guys, is myself and 50 of us are going to get in a room. Me, Tim, are going to get in a room with you guys, and we are going to do about a 20 to 30 minute teaching on things that we believe that will help you guys. We're going to be releasing that topic in the future right before the webinar goes live, but at the end of that teaching, we're also going to be spending the rest of our time together, between 30 and 40 minutes, just interacting with you guys. We're going to be answering questions. We're going to be talking. We're going to be shooting the breeze. You know, whatever you guys want, we're going to make it really, really fun. We're going to have a lot of fun together. And anything that you guys want to ask me, it can be professional, personal, crypto. It could be finance. It could be entrepreneurship, business, Christianity. Anything that you guys want to talk to us about, this will be your platform. A lot of times we read chats and we only got like 5 seconds to read it because we got to move on. We got a show going here. But we'll be able to get a lot more intimate with you guys here. If this is something that you're interested in, the link's down below. You're definitely not going to want to miss it. We're going to be doing more of these in the future, but this is the only one we're doing for right now, so make sure to check it out. Looking forward to seeing you there, Lewis. Awesome. Any more super chats before we move on, guys?
I think so. We got, I think, 2 more.
Got one more? Yeah, we got 2 more.
Super Google Lee said ETH was as low as $90 last March. I bought a bunch at $110.
It went down to 90. I forgot about that. It did go that low. Guys, smash that like button for some $90 Ethereum.
Could you imagine if
I think I bought in at I remember this, Super Googly. By the way, thank you for all the donations. You're always donating. I remember when it hit that, and I bought in at $180, and I was hitting myself. I was like, Jeb, you bought in late. What the heck?
Yeah, I think I got in at like 750 or 800, I think is when I got in.
That's probably about where it was. Yeah, because you got in August of last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smay, can you do the turtle dance as the crypto koala?
Is there a turtle dance?
Is there a turtle dance?
No, I will not.
No.
Sorry, guys. Maybe I'll post it on TikTok or something. We'll see.
Another one from Ozzy Todd said, hey, dudes, know about Infinity? The new token released by Engine described as a blockchain for gamers. Not shilling. Sorry, not sorry. Love you guys.
I am not, but that's actually really interesting. Engine, are you talking about the engine that... Oh, no, that's Gaijin. I'm not familiar with that. No, that's something that we need to look into. Tim, can you take a note on that?
I will take a note.
Price prediction on eGold, please. Haven't done technical analysis on eGold in a hot minute, so can't give you one on that. But thank you very much for that donation. We need to go ahead and talk here.
I have something to show the audience.
Smay has something to show the audience. We got a very special... Smay, do you want to tell us what it is?
Yeah. Guys... We got something very, very, very special.
And by the way, before we show this, if you like what he's about to show, because it's really freaking cool, you got to hit the like button.
Yeah. Well, no, even beyond that, I want you guys, once I show you this, to go follow the guy who made it. His name is Zach_DB on Twitter.
Go follow
send him all the, every little bit of love you can deliver him. Zach, if you're watching, thank you so much for what you made for us. It is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And now I'm about to show you guys it now. Boom.
Boom.
There it is on
Check
screen.
that out.
Look at this. Oh my
That is
gosh.
so cool.
Look at it. Look at it. Oh
That's
my
so
gosh.
cool.
This is amazing, guys. So, Zach, thank you so
Thank you
much
very
for
much,
this
Zach.
fan art. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen. Guys, go send Zach_DB some
Send him
love
some
on
love.
Twitter.
Go send
Thank
him some
you.
love. That's pretty awesome. I showed that to some friends of mine. They're like, "Oh my gosh, Jeb, you have like super fans," and I'm like, "No, but I have fans that are super cool." We got some amazing artists out there following us. Thank you, guys. By the way, I saw this. He tweeted it as, but I actually didn't see it first on Twitter. I later saw it on Twitter and retweeted it. I actually first saw it on our Reddit. Go follow us on Reddit. We got a Reddit where he posted this, and you would have seen this like 3 days ago because he posted a while ago. Go follow us on Reddit, r/JebbiKnights, JEBBIKNIGHTS. r/that. Yes.
r/that.
r/that. There's probably a Reddit that's r/that. Anyway, guys, we've got a lot of more super chats. Before we jump onto those, though, you got them all recorded, Tim, because we're going to come back to them.
Yes.
Hit that like button. But I want to give you a brief update on what's going on Capitol Hill with the cryptocurrency bill that we think is going to kill. I don't know. I was trying to rhyme there. I couldn't think of a fourth one. Anyway, we see this crypto bill having to do with the infrastructure bill, the $1 trillion infrastructure bill we've been talking about. A lot of people are very concerned about this. I want to give you guys a little bit of an update, and give me a 1 in chat if you're confused why everybody's talking about this. Because it is. It's confusing. This bill is, I might be misquoting something here, but I think it's like thousands of pages long, like everything in Congress is.
2,700 pages long.
2,700 pages long. Yeah.
There's a picture of the intern carrying it in. It literally, his arms like extended, and it's like almost up to his chin.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
And they only had like 3 days.
Tim, you made a comparison the other day when I was walking out of the office. You're sitting at the conference table about like the U.S. Constitution is so many pages, and this page.
I was watching a video, guy saying he said the Constitution is 14 pages long. The
Declaration of Independence.
Declaration of Independence is like 7 or 8 pages long. These bills, they purposefully make them that long because they only give 3 days for everyone to read them to eject
filibuster.
it, so they can throw in these little they always give the main bill a great title that everyone's gonna love, and then they throw in all the little crap that has nothing to do with the main title just to get it passed.
Yeah, you know how much stuff is law right now because it got snuck in a lot.
This is why that video that kind of went viral from a couple years ago when Nancy Pelosi was like, "We got to pass this bill so we can find out what's in it."
I remember her saying
everyone made fun of her, but like low key, I'm actually like, dang, like she shouldn't have said that.
But she's right.
But she's right. Like no one has time to read that bill.
I forgot she said that, but she did say that. Yeah, but anyway, guys, let's talk about this bill really quickly because there's one part pertaining to cryptocurrency that a lot of people are very excited about. Guys, also, by the way, if you haven't already, make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and Facebook. All those links are down below. At CryptoJeb on Facebook and on Twitter and Instagram. At CryptoJeb Official over on TikTok. Smay can tell us where we are on Facebook. I'm not sure what the handle is over there.
To be honest, I don't really know. I know we have a link in the description.
The link's in the description anyway. Go and follow us over there. And by the way, the reason you should do that is because if you want to keep getting this content and YouTube takes us down one day, that's where we're going to have to run to. So make sure to check out all of that. But anyway, what I want to do here is, Tim, when I said that earlier, did we see any ones in chat? Because I said drop a 1 in chat if you're confused why everybody's actually talking about this.
There's a couple.
There's a few.
There's not necessarily as many as normal, but there's a couple.
Yeah, so really quickly, I just kind of want to give a brief breakdown for what people mean when we're talking about this cryptocurrency infrastructure bill, this cryptocurrency part of this infrastructure bill, because there's a lot of confusion around this. There is one place down here in one of these articles, and forgive me, I have to find it, but there is that kind of breaks down exactly what we're talking about here. To put it directly, the government should concern itself with catching criminals, not outlawing tools with potential criminal uses. This is an especially important value to defend as financial systems become increasingly digital, in part for the same reason the Second Amendment exists. Limiting government power helps keep it honest. And as inconvenient as the truth may be, defending the right to financial privacy in the 21st century will be inextricable from defending individuals' ability to commit crimes using unmonitored financial tools. There is a further bit of infuriating context here. One reason that the cryptocurrency reporting provision was added so hastily to the infrastructure bill is that in July, Republicans in Congress killed another pay-for bill, an additional $100 billion in revenue that would have come from enhancing IRS enforcement of tax laws on corporations in the top 1% of top 1% of income earners. On the face of it, this is enraging because it shows Congress knows there's a boatload of tax avoidance going on among the wealthy and corporations, but finds it more politically expedient to squeeze a nascent industry than putting more cops on an existing but poorly enforced beat. Have you guys ever seen one of those speed limit signs that says, speed limit 45 miles an hour, strictly enforced? You ever seen that? Every time I see that speed limit sign, I laugh because it just means that every other speed limit sign in that that jurisdiction is a complete joke because apparently they don't enforce the other ones correctly. Yeah. This is what we're talking about here. This is the nonsense that we have to deal with coming out of our own government. The way that it was founded on 14 pages and 8 pages was simple. Because our founding fathers realized that the point of the United States of America was not our government. The point of the government was to serve the United States. It's switched. And by the way, for all of our viewers right now who are outside of the U.S., 60% of our audience is outside of the United States of America, and you're thinking, why are we talking about the U.S. again? Number one, obviously we live in the U.S., but the reason this is important to you is because right now, like it or hate it, the United States of America leads the world. The FAA leads the airline industry around the world. Every single other nation on the planet follows the FAA's guidelines. If the FAA passes something, everybody else just says, okay, cool, the FAA did it. The U.S. dollar leads the rest of the world in global currency reserves. If the rest of the world wants to do something, the U.S. is probably going to do it first. Whether you're in America or not, this is incredibly important to you because America is leading you even though you don't have a vote in it. And by the way, a lot of this crap that goes through Congress, we don't get a vote in it either because both of the people that you get to vote for are agreeing on this. Anyway, we're not getting political here too much. I mean, maybe we are. But the reason we're talking about this is because it has to do with crypto. I wouldn't be talking about this if it didn't directly impact cryptocurrency. But more deeply, it speaks to the profound allure that automated surveillance and censorship holds for the government and why it demands strong opposition, not just when it comes to crypto, but in all walks of life. And this is one of the big reasons why I love crypto. Number one, it has limited supply. So if we start to adopt Bitcoin en masse, it will start to take control back from the inflation tax that we are having to pay every single year. But also, through its decentralized nature, it gives control back of our finances to us and protects that limited supply. That's why I love Bitcoin so much, because it puts the power back in our hands. Because like I was saying earlier, the original founding of the U.S. government was to serve the Americans. Now the way that it operates is almost as if the Americans are to serve the U.S. government. And that's true for every government around the world, by the way. It is a global issue, not just in America. So yes, we're talking about the U.S. Congress, but it is taking part everywhere. And it's infuriating, and Bitcoin is the only answer that we have right now. Let me catch my breath.
Catch your breath, yeah.
Catch my breath. Going off on a rant.
That was good. Man, there's a lot of people in chat talking about the Bitcoin standard. Like somebody said, like, oh, thank you so much for that suggestion. You know, the first 8 chapters are so eye-opening.
Such a good
a bunch
book.
of other people kind of coming in. We see some Bitcoin plus ones. Or Bitcoin Standard plus 1. If you guys, again, for anyone who's new and has not yet, if you guys are kind of on the fence, like, oh, I don't know if I want to start the book, because it's a big book. Do we have it in here? I don't.
It's on our bookshelf outside.
It's a good sized book. You know, you're not going to sit down and read it in one afternoon.
It's dense, is what it is. There's so much in it.
So that's why I remember telling Jeb, because I read it and I told him I need to go read it again. And this time I'm gonna go back with highlighters. I'm gonna have a certain color for history. I'm gonna another color for anything to do with currency, for quotes.
Yeah.
It is a book that I'm like, man, I need to spend like a year deeply studying this book.
There's so much of it.
Because it is so... Safadi and Amos...
If any of you guys have connections to Safadi and Amos... If any of you guys have any connections to Safadi and Amos, I would love to get him on the channel and talk to him, because that is a very intelligent man right there. And by the way, we're not Bitcoin maximalists, just so you know. Whenever I talk about Bitcoin and I start preaching about it, I love Bitcoin. I love the rest of cryptocurrency also. So don't get it twisted. I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist. I don't think Bitcoin is the only way, but I do think Bitcoin is the best way to solve the specific problems that we're talking about right now. With that said, let's read some super chats and move on to Cardano.
Yes.
Because Cardano is moving.
Love Cardano. All right, we got one from Brooke Diamond. We're trying to go through these pretty quickly, but I lost lots of money buying into crypto at the top and emotionally trading. Finally, I slowed down, completed CD2A, and I am back into profit. God bless.
Let's go.
That is so. I'm there with you, Brooke. Before I was finished with CD2A, I made some emotional trades at the tops of things. Lost a little bit of money, but again, just like you, made some trades. Now I'm back in profit based off of what I put in.
Yeah, Tim, you've gone through CD2A, haven't you?
Yes. There's some videos that are newer that I haven't got. You've taught me individually, but I need to go back and watch those. But yeah, it's great.
Yeah, so guys, if you want to look into what CT2A is, it is a course where we have over 40 videos and nearly 15 hours of high-quality educational content that is going to teach you everything you need to know about technical analysis, and here's why that's important to you. Technical analysis is the way that the banks and the institutions and the rich people have been making their money for the last 100 years. You know what they do? We, as of the retail, don't have the ability to just say, here's $10 million, Mr. Banker, go make me money. What the very wealthy people do is they say, here, Mr. Banker, here's $10 million, go make me money. You know what the banker does? He says, okay, financial advisor over here, or financial manager over here, go do your technical analysis, make some trades, make some investments, and bring my client some returns so that I can make my bank. Money. That's how they make their money, is technical analysis. They've been doing it for 100 years. This is not some kind of snake oil that I'm trying to give you guys right now. What it is the way that the wealthy make their money, and if you want to make money in cryptocurrency, but you can't afford to pay some broker $200,000 a year, the way that you need to do it is by looking into technical analysis, because it is the gate and key to profit in cryptocurrency. A lot of people think that fundamentals are enough. They're not. Fundamentals are great, but especially if you're trading, you gotta know the technicals. In this course, we go over everything from how to spot a winning indicator and pattern, which is actually a free video. You can go and preview that down in the link in the description box if you want to. We go over all the technical indicators that you see me cover every single day here on the channel. We talk about risk and reward ratios, how that's the foundation of trading in TA. We talk about how cryptocurrency is a game of statistics and probabilities. You might notice you never hear me say crypto is definitely going to do X, because that doesn't exist. You guys need to understand that. How to plan and execute profitable trades. Probably one of my favorite videos in the entire course, because it brings all of the theory and puts it into practical. Math psychology teaches you about how people think. All of this is incredibly important. It took me thousands of hours of self-education to learn this stuff, and I want to save you time. Check the link in the description box down below, and you're going to do great. Yeah. Hit 77 in chat if you've gone through CT2A and it's been helpful for you.
Yeah, moving forward, Rowdy Mr. B. I read this. I'm not 100% certain what he's asking. Jeb, maybe you'll get it. He said, tell us about the giveaways I sometimes see. Ethereum org is giving away 20,000 Ethereum and 2,000 Bitcoin. That it's not. It's a scam.
That's a scam.
He goes on to ask, is it legit or not? So the answer is no.
2,000 Bitcoin.
20. Oh yeah, 2,000 Bitcoin.
2,000 Bitcoin is $100 million.
Yeah.
Who gives away $100 million? No one.
Yeah.
No, it's a scam. I don't know the name of the organization. It sounds like a scam. Yeah. If it looks like a scam, it smells like a scam, it's probably a scam.
Manuel Sabino said, I just deposited 30,000 on Coinbase Pro trying to buy some Bitcoin. Do you guys think it's about do you guys think it's about a good buy at these prices?
Depends.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, same question I always ask. What's your risk tolerance? What's your time horizon? How much risk are you willing to take? How long are you willing to hold? If you're willing to hold for 5 years and you're willing to take some risk, buy it now, because it's probably going to be worth $500,000 or more in the next couple of years. If you're planning on holding it for a day and you're trying to swing trade, that's where the technical analysis comes in. We'd have to go really deep in that. But I'm not your financial advisor. If you're trying to invest in Bitcoin, anytime's a good time. The only better time was yesterday, for the most part. So, yeah, if you're trying to buy in for the long run, just buy it, you know?
Vin S said, what's the target for the ascending wedge breakout?
Good question. That's a really good question. Let's look at that really quickly. The ascending wedge on Ethereum, unless it gets overridden and we start to see this ascending I'm sorry, he did say the ascending wedge. So the ascending wedge, you know, ascending wedges are very difficult to do price targets on. I don't generally do them, but a lot of times what you would do is, and this is not as, and just to be clear, this is not as exact of a science as a lot of the other things we talk about. This is a little bit more kind of feeling based. And by the way, emotions and feeling and intuition are not the same thing. When I talk about intuition, people say, oh, you're saying emotion. No, I'm saying experience. There's a big difference. Experientially, I can tell you a lot of times about where I drew this, from the bottom of this rally to the top of the wedge, probably about 70% of this is where we're expecting to break out. So I would probably say if the wedge broke, we'd probably want to come down to like $2,700. We happen to have very strong support at $2,850 to $2,870, so that's probably where we would hold. If we break bearish out of this, we'll probably hold right here, double bottom, and have a potential to rally. That's what I think would happen on Ethereum, personally.
So your numbers, say that again, just for everybody. The top.
If we break bearish out of this wedge, probably just a little bit under $2,900 is where I think we'd go. Good question. Really good question.
Robert said, could you guys give your thoughts on Shiba Inu coin? I actually want Smay to give his thoughts on the Shiba Inu coin.
I mean, it's not a good coin.
Those are some good thoughts.
Good thoughts.
Smay, by the way, even before we continue, we just had a major adoption story that we don't have a lot of time to go into, but you want to give us a 30-second rundown of what we just saw?
Yes. Guys, AMC, the theater chain, not the television network, has now officially decided in 2020, by the end of 2021, they're going to be accepting Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
And you know what that means for Bitcoin? Not much. I'm sorry,
I was
guys.
gonna
The
say-
theater. I have to say,
It's a cool story, though.
Not
you know?
much.
It might be really good for AMC, but
Probably
you
doesn't
know,
mean much
It
for
doesn't mean
crypto.
much for
They don't
Bitcoin.
have
That's
that
why
much
it wasn't
money.
in the lineup for the show. Probably isn't that big of a deal to you, but it was interesting. And Smay is a giant film nerd. That's why he's our producer. So
Hey, and you know what though? It could potentially help AMC out and maybe help revive theaters a little bit.
yeah.
But you know,
AMC
who
rallied
knows?
4% on its stock price, by the way, after
Yeah.
that occurred. So that's a good sign for people wanting to adopt Bitcoin, companies wanting to adopt Bitcoin.
All right, we need a speed round because we got to get through all these
do.
a good amount, and then we got to do some Cardano. Fidel, Vacquazir, I don't know. Fidel said, I am from Europe, but from what I have seen of this bill, it isn't just about raising taxes for developers, CEOs, etc., and not Bitcoin holders. That's a question mark.
Yeah, so I'm from Europe, and what I've seen for that. So it's talking about brokers is what it is. Crypto holders are not affected by this bill, and that's one of the big pieces of debate right now is whether or not there's going to be exemptions for people that are non-brokers like miners and stakers. The issue that Elon Musk brought up yesterday was that they're picking and choosing what kind of technology works, because what if another kind of consensus algorithm that's not proof of work or proof of stake comes out, then all of a sudden it doesn't have the exemption. That's what people are concerned about. But yes, it shouldn't affect us as holders.
As holders, no, but the terminology of it
It's so vague.
It's really crazy, like to where literally if you run a node on some project, or if you'll have to know your customer, and it's just it's gonna drop. If you're a miner, like we just had a bunch of miners come, are they gonna leave because they don't want to deal with
the
it?
good news is there is an exemption specifically written in there for miners, which is one of the big things that we saw
there?
last week. The issue is we've got a 2,700-page bill with
many loopholes and-
with very vague language in it. How do you have 2,700 pages and not have crystal clear language? That's the issue. Anyway, moving on.
Revived Woodwork said, just found you guys, very new to crypto, going in slow. What are your thoughts on Digibyte? Praise the Lord for his daily benefits.
Praise the Lord indeed, Revived Woodworks. Thank you very much for the donation. Digibyte is not something I'm invested in. It's
that
been
a
around the
Pokemon?
block. I've been in cryptocurrency for a very long time. Smay asks, is that a Pokemon? It's not, but it sounds like one. Or the knockoff Pokemon, Digimon. Anyway, I'm going to get hate for that one. I'm not invested in it. I think it's a decent project. It's been a long time since I've looked into it, so I'm not up to date on the fundamentals. But frankly, if you're new to cryptocurrency, I would stick in the top 10 personally. Not a knock against Digibyte. It's just a lot safer to stay up here. The longer you've been in cryptocurrency, the more risk you might want to take. A lot of people get that backwards. They start taking a ton of risk when they just joined and then less risk when they get experience. You want to switch that up.
There's one coin outside of the top 10 that I would be interested in, though, and that is Solana. Solana is sitting at 14, and they got a lot of... Or 13, sorry, and they got a lot of interesting things happening at Solana.
I mean, the thing is, every cryptocurrency project has a lot of interesting things happening.
Solana's a
I
special
agree.
one.
I agree with you that Solana's great. I'm just saying for noobs, generally speaking, I
That's
would
true.
advise you to stay in the top
If
10.
you're
Can I
News,
can I
that
say
would be
something about Solana?
Because if you start learning about Solana and you don't know about Bitcoin, you
true.
did it backwards.
I would like to say something about Solana. guys.
Sure.
Same with every, like Jeb just said, every other altcoin has something very unique that they're trying to accomplish, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to do anything.
Yeah,
in
that's true.
concept, we're very excited about Solana because it has something that's very, very interesting that they're working on.
Mm-hmm.
But in practice, what they're trying to accomplish is something very, 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 very ambitious. So we really don't know how good they're going to be at accomplishing that. So that's why it's like always be wary of the ones that haven't proven themselves yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitcoin's
All right.
proven.
Keep moving. Ozzy Todd said, I love Bitcoin because I wouldn't have found you guys without it.
Aw.
I'm sure that all of your other fans feel the same. Positive vibes equal positive lives.
That's a quote right there. Thank you very much, Ozzy
Ozzy
Todd.
Todd, come
Love
on.
you, man.
Tony Sasa said $611 million stolen in massive cross-chain hack, question mark?
Haven't seen anything about that.
Don't know about that, but that would be something.
That would definitely be something.
That would suck. Brandon Johnston said both Riot and Mars call options have their highest strike price available on the 17th of September. Considering the manipulation, this needs to be known.
Okay.
Do you know the details of
I have
any of
no
that?
idea what he's talking about.
idea
I'm
what
not
he's
going to
talking
lie.
about Greg Terry said, Jeb, you guys rock. Send an email to you with a request to help educate folks with a crypto segment on my Christian news program.
Hey.
Not sure if it's correct email. There's an email. The email's in the description, right?
Yes. Support at cryptojeb.com.
So, Greg, make sure if you just double check to make sure it's the right email. Because I was talking to Taylor yesterday. She said that she's caught up on all the emails. So
Yeah, so Tim's wife is actually our customer service
Yeah.
representative right now. So check that.
Yeah.
And just if you don't see a response, send the email again. We definitely would be interested in something like that. So if you don't hear a response, it's not for lack of us wanting to hear from you.
All right, last one I see at least is Sir J said, do you know if the newly established Digital Pound Foundation partnership is legit with QNT, ENT, and Ripple? And could this pump ETN past Ethereum?
Pass on all-time high. I'm not terribly familiar with that news, so I don't want to go into it right now, but I appreciate that donation, Sir Jay. We're trying to keep up with everything as best we can, but we're a small company, and so things slip through the cracks sometimes, but we're working on it. That's why you should hit that like button so we can get more production people on staff and some more writers and researchers, because right now our entire research team is me.
Yes.
Smey's very excited for that.
More production people.
Smey's like, I want more editors.
I'm more than editors. I want them all.
Yeah.
I want them all.
I want them all. Anyway, speaking of all, we have some all-time rallies going on for Cardano. That segue didn't work. I'm sorry. Either way, segues are awesome. I love segues. I want to buy a Segway one day. Anyway, Cardano has a pretty big rally going on right now. We want to talk about it. Drop a 1 in chat if you are a fan of Cardano. Our sales representative, Greg, our head of sales, Greg, is probably very excited for this segment because he loves Cardano. Shout out to Greg. I know he's watching this because he watches every morning. We're up 15% in a day and a half. And Greg, what? Somebody just yelled outside our office. Who is that, Manny?
Hello?
Oh,
Let's go!
I forgot he's 20 seconds behind.
Let's go!
okay, for everybody, you guys didn't hear that. Zach, our editor.
Let's go! More production people!
Oh
Let's
my
go!
gosh.
Let's go! No, come back in here, Zach. Come on. Get up in this camera. Get right up in this camera.
Zach is the dude that
Right up in
edits
this camera.
everything.
What's up, guys? Hey, I edit all the coursework and all the videos that are coming out. If you want more people, you want more C2A, you want more Club Crypto, you want it all. More production people.
I ain't
more
the model.
super chat.
More production people!
More production people.
More production people.
Come on.
That's a special occasion. You don't hear Definitely Not High Zach yell
I know.
that much.
You don't.
So the
Yeah,
fact
no.
that we heard him, that's special.
Oh my
I was
God.
sitting here talking and I just hear, ah! I was roasting Greg and I thought he was out there.
Oh my
Anyway,
gosh.
that was hilarious. It's most shows have to plan stuff like that. It just happens on this show because we got agents of chaos working in our production studio. Anyway, Cardano is up 14% in the last day and a half, and this is pretty big for Cardano because it's actually in the same position that Ethereum was in. Ethereum has a level of resistance it's testing, has an uptrending level of support, so it's in an ascending triangle pattern. So we saw the same thing happening on Cardano that we saw on Ethereum. And by the way, this is what I wanted to see on Ethereum. Unfortunately, we didn't see this happen on Ethereum. We saw a pretty big breakout with, by the way, check it, volume. Volume. This is a good breakout. This is good. Yeah, thank you. Yes, if you're in Cardano, be excited. This is a good thing. Ethereum didn't do this. Why? Because Ethereum has rallied too far too quick and it needs to consolidate and it ain't doing it. Can't keep it up anymore. Cardano, on the other hand, has rallied quite a bit, but not quite as much as Ethereum. And by the way, Cardano is a lot more undervalued right now than Ethereum is, in my humble opinion. Ethereum is definitely worth $3,000. Don't get me wrong, but I think Cardano is worth $2 or3 right now, and it is definitely going to be going there. Not definitely. Again, we don't talk indefinites, but I think it's going to be going there in the next couple of next several months. Ethereum, notice how we had this pattern right here, this green-red-green formation right here. See the exact same thing on Cardano, but guess what? Where Ethereum tried to rally and failed, Cardano rallied hard. And yes, today's candlestick is not done yet, but we are currently seeing a big rally on Ethereum, and there's, on Cardano, and there's a good possibility that we could stay up here. Looking at our technicals, there are several things to bring to your attention. Number one, we broke local resistance at $1.50 today. This was the resistance that we were sitting under, and it was holding us down. But today, we managed to break bullish out of it. This means that Cardano is now in the same position that Bitcoin is in. Bitcoin broke a local resistance at $41,300 that was set back on June the 15th, and it was very good for it. Cardano now broke resistance that it had set on the 4th of July. Great day, by the way. And it has broken bullish out of it, meaning that it is now setting higher highs, same way that Bitcoin is. I think that Cardano is undervalued compared to Ethereum and Bitcoin, and I think that it is starting to move in the right direction. By the way, I have a strong feeling that the altcoins are actually going to be the ones that drive this rally. Yeah, Bitcoin's doing great, but Ethereum's doing better, and Cardano is going crazy lately. So I think that the altcoins are going to drive this resurgence of the bull market. I think we're going to $50,000 on Bitcoin and $3,500 on Ethereum in the next few weeks. I think it needs to correct and consolidate first, but I think Cardano and Ethereum might be two of the big leaders here. Yeah. This is a big, big setup for Cardano. Tim, what are your thoughts?
So I said this earlier in the stream, so those who caught it, I'm saying it again. Talking with Jed this morning, this is actually one of the reasons why I kind of went low in my prediction. When I said 150, I chickened out because I originally wanted to say 160. Chickened out because I was like, oh, that's a little too much. I'm still the highest, so I'm still very happy with this. However, if you look at the three of them, like if you compare Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Cardano has been lagging while Bitcoin and Ethereum were making their moves. It was kind of one of those things, when is Cardano going to make their move? Another interesting thing, and Jeb, you can just tell me if this is absolutely stupid, doesn't have anything to do with anything at all, but I found it interesting. If you look at where Bitcoin is sitting at right now compared to its all-time high, it's sitting about 28% lower. If you look at Ethereum, it's sitting about 25% lower. Yesterday, Cardano was sitting pretty darn close to like 40-something, and now it's sitting closer to 35. I think Cardano has some room to catch back up to be around the same level because, like I said before, they aren't identical, but they're similar. It's almost like this slingshot or rubber band effect to where one will move and then the other one will catch up.
Yeah, absolutely.
What I'm kind of thinking happened was Bitcoin and Ethereum did their thing while Cardano kind of stayed low, and now it's going to shoot up, at least match them, if not, like Jeb just said, have a higher potential than even those two.
Alexandria Nacio said, Jeb, are you hiring more crazy people? Because I'm looking for work.
Okay, hold on.
Not wrong. You know?
I need to speak.
It's true.
I need to speak to the people real quick. I just need to have a moment, guys. I just want to sincerely apologize for my chaotic antics. I'm sorry, but
You are not.
I will. I do want to say, hold
sorry.
on. I'm not
sorry at
done.
all.
I'm not done.
You're a liar.
I'm not done. Anyways,
You
guys.
have a mic. You don't have to yell anymore.
I'm sorry.
He likes to yell.
Again,
Chaos.
guys, I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'm really sorry about my chaotic. But I will say, I just want to say thank you guys for all your support and the way you guys support this channel, because that opens up the opportunity to bring on more production people.
It's
so
true.
if you want to see hashtag more production people, and that means
Drop it in
hashtag
chat.
more content, then make sure you guys are always supporting the stream. I love you guys. Thank you.
Hashtag more production people. Drop it in chat. I want to see it. And also hashtag more content, because I know you guys want to see that. Guys, that is pretty much about what we've got done for the stream, but we need to go over our price predictions.
We do.
So, Tim.
We do. And I did the numbers. On the windows that people have to win. So the first one, poor Smay. And Smay, you're getting to feel my pain for the last couple of weeks when I was the one being sandwiched. But on Bitcoin, I have the lowest prediction of 44,563. Jeb has the highest prediction of 45,775. So at the moment, that would put Jeb in the lead. However, poor Smay, because that's not that big of a split between me and Jeb. 44,000. There's literally a $1,000 split between us two, and poor Smay finds himself right in the middle of that at 44,669, which means he has a $600 window to win Bitcoin. That is not a big window. If he wins that, Smay, much congratulations. I just don't think that's going to happen. On Ethereum, I will be the one in the middle, but there's a pretty good size gap. Smay is the lowest at 3,000. So I'm going to read these. 3,069 and 60 cents, right? So I don't know if we're going to drop. I mean, according to what Jeb is saying, the wedge could send us down that far. So Smay actually might be sitting in a nice spot with Ethereum. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I like my prediction of 33,040 cents, but Jeb's 33,333 puts me in the middle. So I have, what is this? About a $200 window, I would say, on Ethereum. That's, I think, a pretty good window on Ethereum. So we will see. Are you trying to get me blurry again? Yeah. We will see what happens there. That one is going to be really interesting because for the first time, I really like my spot in the middle there. The last one on Cardano, I am sitting the highest at $1.5034. Jeb is sitting. Oh, so Smay is sitting the lowest at $1.4469, and Jeb is in the middle at $1.4986. He has about a 2.5-3 cent range to win that. It will be interesting. I think unless we see a massive crash on Cardano, maybe it's a long way. Friday's a little ways off, but I'm in a healthy lead on that one.
Somebody said in chat, Jeb, you need a female on camera. Sorry, Crypto Wendy is taken. I agree with you, actually.
I would love
that's something that we are wanting to do so that we can have a little bit more.
We actually tried. We
representation.
tried to get Gia and Taylor to be on a video,
It's true.
and they didn't want to. So we got
we have
it.
we have like cryptocurrency is like 10% female. Our company is like 40% female. We actually have a lot of females on staff. We want to get more on camera because we would like to see crypto become more representative of the rest of the world. But yeah, guys, we very much appreciate you tuning in. Before we go, there's a few announcements that we want to make. Number one, that webinar is coming out in about 8 days. It is going live, so if you miss it, you miss it. That is selling out very fast. There aren't many seats left, so definitely check the link in the description box down below. I want to say there's only less than 10 left, so make sure to check that out. And also, if you haven't already, make sure to sign up for the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. The reason it's important that you do is because if you want to make profit in this market, you got to know technical analysis. Period, full stop. There's no debating it. It is the gate and key to making profit trading and investing. Period. Yeah. And we have the best academy in the entire cryptocurrency space on technical analysis. If you want to learn the most important way of analyzing markets from the best source in cryptocurrency, check the link in the description box down below, because your cryptocurrency journey is not complete if you don't know technical analysis. That's why we talk about it every single day here on this channel. It made a difference in my life. It's made a difference in Tim's life. Smay doesn't do a lot of TA because he's busy producing the show, but it's made a difference in his life because it means he has a job, and it'll make a difference in your life if you sign up for CT2A. The link's down below. Also, make sure to like the stream. Let's see if we can't get to 1750 likes before we wrap it out.
And, guys, because I think you might have forgotten, look at this piece of art right here.
It's beautiful.
Please. Go
follow him on Twitter.
Go follow Zach_DB on Twitter.
Yep. And we retweeted it.
And he said, I asked him in the chat if he was open to commissions, and he said he was. So, guys, hit him up. Hit him up if you need art.
Go give him some work, man.
Yeah.
Artists, it's hard to make a living being an artist. You can be ridiculously talented, and it's just hard. Go hit him up. Go get some art from that guy. He's clearly talented.
He's awesome. I
Check
love
him out. We retweeted his tweet where he posted that, so you can go find his Twitter through our Twitter also. And by the way, you should follow us on Twitter at CryptoJeb, and that is on Twitter and Instagram, and at CryptoJebOfficial over on TikTok. You can follow us on Facebook, where we're posting a lot of new content. That is linked down below. Guys, that's all I got for you. Anything left?
That's it.
Guys, also another thing to check out is Lux Algo. It gives you the best signals in the entire cryptocurrency space. So, guys, that's all we got for today's video. Before we go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.